All right. Hey guys, it's August 6th. This is, so now we've been having team calls every other week instead of just one time a week. And so this is our August 6th call, and it's hopefully going to be with Rhianna Allen. She'll be here hopefully soon. If not, we'll wing it. But I did want to start with some announcements. So Diamond bonus pool is, remember the thing where if you hold Diamond for 6 weeks, you get that $250 bonus. Well, I know some of you are really close to already holding that. If you need to hold that for 6 weeks still, you have until, I should send you guys this. It's August 17th. You probably can't see, but this thing back here, it tells me exactly when, so I check it off. So if I go for 6 weeks, I'll check off those 6 weeks. And then there's also a circle around like 8/17 is the last day where you can start qualifications. So make sure you get that Diamond by 8/17 and then hold it for 6 weeks for the $250 bonus. Hey, Rhianna. Sorry, I have you muted. We're just doing some announcements and then we'll get to you.
Do what you need to do.
All right. Okay, so then let's see. That's the Diamond bonus pool. I hope if you attended the invitation clinic that my Success Club group and I came up with, I hope that was helpful. We want feedback because we want to be able to bring it to the whole team, but we also want to make sure that it works, instead of just like giving them a bunch of stuff that didn't work for you guys. So let us know what you thought about that, how we can improve. If you have any suggestions, we would love to hear that. Team Cup's going on. So Team Cup is a little bit different. I think we covered this already, but I'm going to go ahead and say it again. So most Team Cups, we get points for rank advancement. This Team Cup is only for Success Club 5. It's just 5, right? Yeah, it's just Success Club 5. So there's no Success Club 10 in this one. So Success Club is the only qualification for Team Cup. Let's see. Ooh, huge announcement with NLC, New Leader Conference. So normally that was 2-star and so many elite points. Now it is 1-star and above with 10 elite points. And that thing that the 10 elite points are, what they call it, Elite 10 for 10. So if you help 10 people this month, you can get 10 elite points, and that counts towards NLC. So everybody on the Bling team should be at NLC this year, right? Yes, and you have until January 1st of this year to December 31st. So you have the whole year to hit 1-star plus 10 elite points. So very doable, and it's an experience, and you should totally be there. All right, you can still sign up for Summit that happens to be in Indianapolis. I don't know, it's not very far away from most of us, so make sure you get your ticket. And then finally, I got an email a couple days ago that the Bling team has been invited to leadership. So that means I get to go as our Bling team captain, I don't know, and I get to go and represent us at leadership in November in Las Vegas. So I'm very excited about that. I want to say thank you to all of you because it's you, like you do this. So yay. I actually wasn't sure I was going to get that email. So super pumped. It was a big surprise. And so go team. All right. So I'm going to get it over to Rhianna. Sorry. Where'd she go? There she is. It's Rhianna, right? Yeah. Okay. Here, I'm going to unmute you real quick so you can talk. Sometimes I say
all the time.
I say Rhianna in my head, but then I know to say Rhianna out loud.
Yes.
So. Okay,
Rhianna from Indiana.
There we go. Okay, she's also a former teacher, can you tell? So Rhianna from Indiana, she's from Indianapolis. She's a mom of 2, former teacher, group exercise instructor. She is an SC5 legend. That means she's hit Success Club 5 for 24 months in a row, and I'm sure probably more than that. Let's see, what else did I put? Oh, so when I look through Rhianna's Facebook page or Instagram, almost every photo is a scroll stopper. And I mean, she's super creative. She's out of the box. So it's nothing anybody else does. So it makes me stop when I'm scrolling. And so that's really kind of why I thought, like, this girl's creative. She can take a bunch of things and put them together for an awesome outfit that I could never do. So, and she's just a lot of fun and a really great person. So that's why she's here. She's going to talk to us tonight, and I'm going to mute myself and let you take it over.
Yeah, so first of all, I want to thank Jamie for inviting me tonight. I was really excited about it, and you guys have I adore Jamie, and you guys have an awesome team leader here, as you all know that. So when she asked me a few weeks ago to speak, I started laughing. I was like, me, what am I going to contribute to your team? She was so sweet about it, but she kind of explained to me the same thing she just said, and I would love to talk to you guys about that a little bit tonight. So I'm looking on here, and I think I recognize almost everybody. There's a few people on here that I don't, but she pretty much hit the nail on the head. I've been coaching for about 3 years now. I looked it up. I'm a Success Club 5 legend for 33 months. So, once I have some coaches that are like, once I hit that streak, I don't want to lose it. And it's so true. And now you get lots of perks for being, hitting it for 12 months. You get to sign up for the Success Club trips first. You get to sign up for summit tickets and hotel rooms first. So if you're on a streak, I can't tell you enough to keep that going, because once that streak ends, it's you're starting at ground zero again. But it's nice to have perks. It really, really is. So Jamie, like she said, she was talking to me about social media a little bit, and by no means do I consider myself an expert, but I do feel like I have some tips that I could share with you guys. I often come to Jamie about some strategic parts of social media, because as you guys know, she's amazing at that, and she's so good with all of the ins and outs of what to do with your posts. So first of all, if you have not listened to Joan Crocker's, let me just get it. As I am a former teacher, let me just get a little raise of hands. Who has listened to the National Wake Up Call last Mondays with Joan Crocker? Audra has. Oh, okay. Audra's getting bonus points right now. If you haven't, guys, make that a to-do list soon, like tonight, tomorrow, if you can. Maybe tomorrow when you're getting ready in the morning, you could do that. Why I say that is, I wrote down a few things that she had said, because I want to make kind of like a worksheet for my coaches on this, because one thing that she said that really stuck to me is when she's making her posts, it's all about connecting to people on social media. She says, talk to who you were before you were a Beachbody coach. So when you're making that post, and I've had to really go back to who am I talking to? When you're doing that, talk to who you were before you started working out, before you started doing Beachbody, because that's who you connect with. That's who your target market or your avatar should be. So that is number one. If you've not listened to that yet, please go do that, because it was a great call. She said something else too that I was just thinking about. Talk to who you were before Beachbody, and what else was that other thing? It'll come to me, and I'll bring it back up. So number two, I'm sure Jamie's talked about this, but when you are posting, we all hear design your avatar, and basically breaking that down. Who are you talking to? I know who I'm talking to. I know who I'm not talking to. I know who my target audience is. And if you've read Christy Wright's book or listened to it, The Business Boutique, I'll tell you this. I thought it was a great book. It was very long. It was really good at the beginning, lost me a little in the middle, and so good at the end. But she talks specifically about designing your avatar in there. And she even breaks it down to say, who are you talking to? What is her name? Like, name this person. What are her interests? What is her age? What is her hobby? Who is she? Most likely she is you. I don't know anybody whose avatar wouldn't be who they are. So when you're designing that avatar, that's who you're kind of thinking of when you're making those posts on social. So we've all heard of the 5 pillars, I'm sure, going through your 5 pillars. And so one thing that I do with my coaches every so often is and I'm going to have you guys do this too. I want you to take a piece of paper if you have it, and I want you to write me in the middle. Let's see that. Me. Okay, and this is a good way to figure out who are you and what should you talk about online. So I just kind of bulleted out of here, like I'm a new puppy mom, okay, and we'll talk more about that. Mom of littles, I love to bake and party plan. I'm a fitness instructor. Clean eating is a passion. I'm a Christian, and I could go on and on this because this is who basically my avatar is. But these are my 5 pillars. These are the things that you will see me post about on social media. I think that when you create that, and when you are looking at that, it doesn't have to be 5. Just start, what they say, a brain dump. Just go through that and just make lines. Anything that interests you. Are you a Disney fan? Are you an office supply fan? Do you love back to school? Are you a former teacher? Are you, whatever that is, just start taking those lines and discovering where you can spend most of your time connecting, because that's what we're doing, right? We're connecting to people. I remembered what she said, so I just want to write it down. So we're going to spend that time to look at, those 5 pillars they say, because that is where you want to spend your time posting online. So, okay, just a quick, we all know that when you're posting, for Instagram and for Facebook, 3 to 5 times a day. I think 5 is a little pushy. I think 3 is good. I don't know, Jamie, I don't know if that's kind of what you teach as well. Yep. 2 to 3. Yep, I'm right with you. Now, I had a coach ask me the other day. Sorry, this one's biting things she's not supposed to. Yeah. She's eating everything. And one of my coaches say, well, if I'm posting a lot on Instagram stories, does that count? Because one thing that I have done recently for my coaches, I kind of got a gauge on who wants to work the business, and I made these for them. Y'all know what that is, the business activity tracker. Okay. I just spiral bound it. So once you're done with one week, we all flip to the next one, and I sent those to them. I think it costs like $3 to $5 to do that at Staples. But she was asking me, because on that business activity tracker, it says, post to social media 3 times a day. And she was asking about Instagram stories. No, because after 24 hours, that goes away. So if somebody's not following you on Instagram stories, which not everybody's following people on Instagram stories, I love it, but you're still not getting as many people seeing your posts as you would on regular Instagram. So that doesn't count, because if they miss it, they're never going to see that. Whereas I know that, some people that you follow, I'll see 3 different posts all of a sudden, and then you look and one was 23 hours ago, one was 10 hours ago. It's because it's still generating in the feed. So we want to make sure that that when you're posting, that it is all through, not through stories. Anything that would go away. I'm not a Snapchat person, and I think people are starting to go away from that a little bit, but so I'm not the person to talk to you about that. Okay, so 3 a day. And the big thing is not all the same content, right? And I'll give you my personal opinion on that. I rarely mention Beachbody. I just don't. And after Shalene from Summit, when she's talking about curiosity marketing, I actually try not to mention any program that we do, or, I've got to see you waking up. Never ending at this house. Hey, I'm on the call. Okay, go. I know. Go to bed. I'll be up there in a little bit. Hold, please. Hey, Mark. Ansley got up. Can you get her? We go back to school on Wednesday. So, honey, you got to go upstairs. Okay. All right. So, when you're posting, it's not all Beachbody. Even when I do my shakes, I rarely post, Shakeology, just because people, they know that about me. And if they don't know that about me, you'll never see me holding a shaker cup and just let that be it. I always try to add interest. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But so not all Beachbody, not all fitness. And then, so if you're 3 times a day, and this is what new coaches do, we all know, we've all done it, right? So 3 times a day, morning it's fitness, afternoon it's fitness, evening maybe it's meal planning and fitness. you're white noise to somebody. And I know we can all look at our social marketing or social network friends, network marketing friends on social media, and we can look at them and go, oh my God, seriously, another post about your face cream? Oh, you guys, seriously, this is real life, right? But seriously, because I think that a lot of people are making mistakes on that. And I do feel like we are bearing the brunt on that, because if you're doing social media the correct way, when you go to approach somebody, they're not going to say something like, oh yeah, like one of those Beachbody people. No, you're going to create curiosity because you are representing Beachbody, but you're not showing it. Maybe you have a small Shift Shop logo. Maybe you have a shaker cup in the back, but you're not kissing it, things like that. So being subtle, but sparking that curiosity, and we'll talk about that. So whatever gains lots of traction on your posts, do more of that, right? Do more of that. Asking questions, the emojis, or the gifts that people are putting, leave that down below on how you feel about your kids going to school, or, there's so many ways to get creative, but people love that kind of stuff. And I was seeing the other day from somebody had written, it was Shelly. I don't know who all was at Summit. She was the older lady from Oregon who spoke. She was so good. But she wrote something in a page that we're all in about using what Facebook gives us because they want you to use it. So whatever's most popular and trending at that time, yes, Shelly Heim, I think so too. Whatever's most popular for like Facebook, then we need to be using that. So right now they're putting more emphasis in groups rather than events. So she's saying to use more groups. Live video, we all know. But whatever Facebook's giving us is what we should use. So the emoji thing is huge. People love to see, leave an emoji on how your kids feel about starting school tomorrow. And then being authentic to who you are. And I always use this analogy because Maria Romaine Brace, I don't know if you all know her. She's a good friend of mine, and we're very different. Like, if I was posting things that Maria posts, like, people would be like, what is going on with her? Is she in a midlife crisis? Like, what's going on? Because it's not my brand, right? It's not my brand, but it is for Maria. So you have to figure out, who you are and make that happen. So yesterday I had I'm trying to see how to word this. I had a coach who I had made a post. And this is what I did. It was a Friday post. And I took the time to thoughtfully gather photos of my challengers, create the collage, create a post that was engaging about those challengers. Because, and this is what I was telling you about, Joan Crocker said in her National Wake Up Call, do you post, this really struck with me, do you post so people know you're a fitness coach? And I'm going to take that one step further. Do you post so people know you're a fitness coach, or do you post so people know you like fitness? Because what we do a lot of times is post our workout video or our selfie. And that's great because people know that you like fitness, but people need to see that your challengers are getting results. So use more before and afters. Do more challenger showcases. Do things like a challenger shout out, but I will target this. I never, and I think I'm conservative on this, but I will never tag a challenger unless they ask me to, because I do think that violates some sort of confidentiality. That's my personal opinion on that, but I'll use their picture unless they ask me not to. But so yesterday I did all that. I put the collage together, did the post, posted on Instagram, and we all know, or maybe you don't know, that you shouldn't push your stuff to Instagram anymore, that you take it and post it privately on Facebook, so you're posting twice. So, I mean, all in all, it was a long activity because my social media is my storefront, right? That's how I want people to see me. That's how people do see me, because, they'll see me 3 times a day on social. So that's my storefront. That was a commercial about my challenge group. I had somebody say, hey, I'm interested in that. Sounds really cool. And my coach commented under it and said, I'll get back to you. And I cringed a little bit because she knew her. She knew the girl. But the girl posted on my post. And so that's a whole nother issue. So I got back to the girl and I said, hey, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're interested to see that we have lots of mutual friends. Tell me a little bit about yourself. You know, what's been working for you? What doesn't work for you for fitness? You know, let's get to know each other basically. My friend, my coach, when she called and talked to her, she told her all about Shakeology, all about her experiences, all about how much the challenge pack costs, all about everything. And all the person said was, no, I'm not interested. Because we didn't connect to that person, right? My coach, which we've chatted and we're learning, okay? But my coach just was so excited because Shakeology has changed her life. She's lost 30 pounds and she's on her way to a big weight loss. But she gave so much information out. And that's what we need to do with our social medias. We just need to give people tidbits, right? We need to spend time to give people tidbits and to share a glimpse of what we do as coaches, not as somebody who likes fitness, right? So the sweaty selfie in front of the mirror at the YMCA, you know, I have a cousin who is really into fitness and she like had her body painted in glitter and stuff. And it's very... My sister and I were laughing so hard because it's not what, you know, we do. She's not in Beachbody or anything, but she, you know, what kind of clientele is she, if she were in Beachbody, would she be attracting? You know, it would be her tribe and that would be her people. But we want to attract to our teams who we want to work with, right? Because honestly, we're an employer and we want to have like-minded people on your team. So when you are taking a look at that, and you're looking at your storefront, right? What's going to stop the feed? And so if you guys, if you are looking at my social media, which I would encourage you, more than welcome to look at it, but you don't need to follow me, but you are more than welcome to, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But when you take a look at it, you'll see like last week I posted something silly with just my shaker cup and owlet. Whose kids... I might be the only one with younger kids, but does anybody's kids watch PJ Masks? Oh, God, make it stop. But so we have all the little figurines. Well, anyway, I saw a little owlet, so I put her on my cup, and I didn't say a single thing about Shakeology. I didn't say anything about Beachbody. I just put a picture of owlet holding the straw, and I said, you know, even superheroes need a pick-me-up or something like that. That was it. I had 2 people message me just about that post. And I won't be like, oh, they bought that day. No, they didn't. They have interest. And I think when we create that interest, those become challengers next month or the next month or the next month. So we're creating that interest and that curiosity with our postings. So when you are taking a look at your scroll stopping photographs, here are my tips. My biggest tips, because I do, I love to see creative type pictures and things like that, but I also cringe when I see dark pictures. You've got to use pictures that are clear, and if they're not clear, try to put a filter on to brighten them up a little bit. Natural daylight. Okay, first of all, don't use a flash. If anybody's using a flash still, turn that off, even in the dark. Okay, so no flash. Natural daylight. So know in your house when you're taking a photograph, like know what gets the best light. Like for me, I know at certain points of the day, the back of my house gets better light than the front. The front house gets great lighting in the morning, the back of the house in the afternoon. If you're taking a picture and you want to see just like take a picture of your shake or something, maybe holding it in a cup that is completely random. Like it's not a Shakeology cup. Maybe it's like I like to buy little wine glasses and crazy things like drink glasses that have cute sayings on them and things like that because they're great for a photograph. And And then when I do post about Shakeology, I love to post a nice recipe. And again, I'll just say, 1 scoop chocolate Shakeology, half a banana, because people will be like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. That sounds great. And it creates interest, but it also adds value. So even if they are not drinking Shakeology or have no intention of it, that might sound and look really good. And so I accompany that with a really good picture of it, and that's good to go. But I actually don't even put my shakes in my shaker cups because I make them in those travel blenders anyway, so that it doesn't even go in there. So posting and adding curiosity. So natural light, when you do create that photograph, make sure that like white backgrounds are really pretty. But a lot of times, like if I want to take a picture in my kitchen is awful because it has no backsplash. It has very little natural light, the windows behind the cabinets, and I know that. So I will turn the lights off and I'll rearrange things on my countertop because I have a white countertop. But I'm just very strategic with my photographs because your photographs represent your brand. So if you take a grainy picture, let's say, okay, here's my soccer ball. And it's too close up. And I see a lot of people doing that. So just making sure that you have a lot of interest, but that there's not a lot of background noise. My favorites, unless you're showing how life really is, because, if I'm doing a live video or something like that, I try to clean up, like here's a little game that I missed. But things like that, but it does show real life. Like we are moms and we are running businesses out of our homes. We do work out in our homes. And as much as I would love to be able to have like an awesome studio to shoot like workout videos and things like that, I work out in my living room and it's about like a 4x4 space, but that needs to be to our benefit to show people, hey, this is what I do. And the way we show them is through social media. Hi, Darby. Yeah. So you'll see when I am on social that I'm using this little one quite a bit because people love a puppy, right? Especially when it bites. Look at this. Gosh. So when I do post, I am very strategic. I will post in the mornings something motivational, maybe something about my workout. In the afternoons, I'll try to post something about if I didn't post about my workout, I'll post about my workout again. I will invite people to a challenge group 2 to 3 times a week. But then I will always try to have a fun post. And this is what I think a lot of us miss, is if you're missing the fun posts on your page, your neighbor down the street knows that you sell Beachbody or whatever, knows that you're a Beachbody coach. But if you're posting a picture of, your backyard sprinkler party with your 2 kids, they connect to that. I know that today I posted, was it today? This weekend is a literal blur. I made unicorn cupcakes for my daughter. It has almost 200 likes. My fitness posts get like 15 likes, but I'm strategic because I know even some people I saw like liking and commenting on my page, I was like, oh, they are seeing my posts, right? Because by throwing those in there, those fun pictures, it lets people, first of all, it keeps you in people's feeds, but it also lets you know who's watching you. Because if they're seeing your post about some silly unicorn lollipop that you just make, they're also seeing your post about fitness. So I need to make sure tomorrow I'm going to hit my social media pretty hard, maybe do a live video about what we do as coaches. So I think being strategic, being clean with your photos, just having fun with your social, I think if you're doing those things, it will create that interest. Darby. She's so cute. I'm sorry. But anyway, so that's that. Do you guys, do you have any questions? I see that we have like 8 minutes left, so I can maybe answer a few questions. Again, I don't consider myself at all a social media guru, but I do think that I have some value to add as far as, the creative side maybe.
I had a question. So you said you invite to your challenge group 2 to 3 times a week. Did you mean on your posts?
Yes.
Like, so specific posts, and then can you explain that a little more?
So maybe I'll do like a picture, something, I used to go graphic crazy and it just doesn't there's no need to anymore. So I'll even just write something down on a piece of paper and hold it up. Next challenge group, August 15th or whatever. So I'll be like a specific invite. The other things, maybe I'll word it into my posts. So like I try to make sure on like Sundays I do something, spread it out throughout the week, but I try to like make specific invite posts. And then the other ones maybe just say, you know, if you don't have this, if you're not working with a challenge group, you know, you need to be in mine or something like that. I just make that up. I wouldn't really say that, but yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah. So just like a call to action at the end of posts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Google Doc that I know Angie uses, I've used it. That thing is awesome, man. Instead of saying, you know, if you want to connect with me, leave me a message. A lot of people don't want to leave you a message. They want to be anonymous about it.
I see.
They don't want you to, they don't, and I probably wouldn't either. I'm not going to leave you a message so everybody can see, hey, I want fitness help. But they will connect. And, you know, I'll say, if you would like to join my group, fill out the fitness survey below, and then they'll fill that out, and suddenly I have all their information, and that survey helps me contact them and say, hey, and it also tells me that they're seriously interested in that. So I love that part too.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you do this through a Google form, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then make sure if you guys do Google form, do use a Google form to do that. Make sure that you click to send you an email when somebody fills it out, because that way you'll always know, am I frozen or Jamie's frozen? I think she is.
I am.
That way there she is. You'll always know that somebody has responded, and that way you can get back to them in a timely manner. Any other questions?
I can unmute you if you're not on the phone as well, but just unmute, ask any questions. I feel like I had another one, but you guys go first or second, I guess.
Slightly chaotic. I'm sure you guys have all heard all that stuff before. I hope it was of some sort of value to you tonight.
Yes, it was really, really good. And I love the thing that you said, well, Joan Crocker said this, I guess, that do you post so people know you're a fitness coach? Because most of us
changed me last week.
Just showing our fitness, but not that we can actually help people. Yeah. I
actually talked to a friend of mine who is very much into her own fitness thing. She's like my best friend, and we've never connected with Beachbody, but that's neither here nor there. She does her own fitness thing. And I said, you know, help me out here. What are some things that you think that I could do to get more people? And she said the same thing to me. That was probably a year ago. She said, we need to see more before and afters from other people. And so that from Joan Crocker really hit it to me. Like, that's why I actually made that post on Friday about, you know, showcasing your challengers, because people know that I work out, but do they know that I help other people get results? Not that we just have a fit club and we have fun together and work out. No, I actually help you with your fitness goals. So maybe getting permission to use from the tracker app, using sometimes I'll ask strategic questions in my tracker, in my group, to say, you know, what does this group provide for you? And there, boom, you've got all that information. And you use that, like screenshots and things like that. So asking your challengers, I think, is a really good idea, because you can get testimonials from them without asking for one. Because sometimes when you ask for a testimonial, people get nervous. They're like, I don't have one. But if you just ask them a question in the tracker app, they will answer freely.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions? My dog, it was funny, your dog like barked and mine was like what was that?
It's crazy. I don't know. Wheaton Terriers, this is the second one we had. We had to put our first one down in January, and they rarely bark. And she must have seen somebody outside, she's funny. She's 13 weeks. So we actually got her in your guys' neck of the woods down in Bedford.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Should have stopped by and said hi.
Dennis, we met at the Kohl's in Bloomington.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We had this is like a drug deal, but it was a puppy, you know.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, thank you so much. Does anybody have any last
If you
question.
guys think of anything and you want to message me, totally fine. I did say, don't follow me on social, just because this is my personal opinion. I think that if we have too many coaches following each other, I know for me, I don't follow most coaches because I don't need to see what Jamie's doing all the time, and I don't need to see what Jenny Swisher's doing all the time. And, I'll follow the people that I'm really good friends with, which I do follow Jamie, but, you follow people that you want to connect with, but don't become overwhelmed, because I think that when our feed is filled with, oh my God, she's doing that. Well, I'm not doing that. Well, she's doing that. That maybe I need to do that. I think it gets in our head. Just do your own thing, and don't follow a lot of Beachbody coaches.
I had to do that recently because I was comparing myself so much that I had to go through and pretty much, like you said, unless they were my friends,
right,
I'll keep them on my feed. But if I don't know them, I took everybody off, because I feel like it actually helped me connect to other people as well, because then I started being myself and not being those coaches.
Yeah.
So, and I used to tell my team, follow successful coaches, see what they do, and because I did that, and then it just, we all shot ourselves in the foot.
At Platinum Presenters.
Sorry, guys.
Somebody said, don't follow somebody who's like a 10-star. Follow somebody where you want your business to be in 6 months. And I thought that was really good information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was great. I'm going to click stop recording.